What if Peggy Carter became the first ever super soldier?
That'd be crazy.
What if there were zombies in the MCU?
That would be crazy.
What if Tony Stark was the one who ended up on Sakaar?
What's Sakaar?
Oh, that's Jeff Goldblum's home planet.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Hello all, I'm Josh, this is Josh Builds Stuff, and what if the set we were talking about today was the all-new LEGO Marvel Tony Stark Sakaarian Iron Man set, which just came out August 1st, 2021, contains 369 pieces, and costs $35 here in the US. That would be crazy. This is one of 3 new Marvel mechs released August 1st, 2021. We've talked about one of them, we're going to talk about another one, and then we'll do a video featuring all 3 of them together. But today we're just focusing on Tony Stark's Sakaarian Iron Man. I'm a little confused right off the bat, not just because of all the what if questions that are being thrown around. I'm confused because this is based in a theoretical universe. It is the What If TV series, which should premiere the same day that this video premieres, but I don't think we're exploring this story arc quite yet. So I'm going to do a little bit of guessing. From what it looks like, if you remember, Thor was the one that fell through the Rainbow Bridge when he was being teleported at some point, but instead, I guess in this universe, it was Tony Stark who somehow got teleported into the Sakaar, which is the planet that, again, that's where Jeff Goldblum was. That's where Thor Ragnarok happened. It's the very colorful and yet still trashy planet, like literally covered in trash in some places and colorful in other places. A nice juxtaposition there, a nice display of the class difference that we are experiencing here even in America. But we're getting a little off topic. This seems to be a mech that Tony Stark designed on that planet, and it kind of matches the aesthetics of that planet. I'm excited about this little set. I think it's pretty great. Let's talk more about it after we first build this set. The build for this set, I really hate to say this, but it was familiar to a lot of other modern LEGO mechs, and I hate to say this again. Also, what if I didn't repeat myself so much throughout these reviews? That's not going to happen today. I hate to say this part again, and that the mech was familiar and yet still different, because no 2 mechs are exactly the same, and yet they all contain the same bunch of pieces. You get a torso, you get upper arm pieces, you get lower arm pieces, you get upper leg pieces and lower leg pieces, otherwise known as feet. That's the entire build, but still, the colors are very nice. The build was still a lot of fun. There weren't too many stickers thrown throughout this whole thing. Overall, I thought the build process was familiar yet fun. If I'm being completely honest, for a change, I am super excited about the new What If series that is about to premiere. It's got a bunch of theoretical scenarios within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which we already love so much. That's something that I am very much looking forward to. This show is animated, so I'm not sure that everyone will love this new D+ MCU TV show as much as the others. There were a lot of letters in that last sentence. More letters than are in this ABC book that my children actually ripped a couple of pages out of that book. Or more letters than are in this ABC puzzle, which is actually missing all of its pieces, again, because of the children. Or more, well, about the same number of letters. This one I just brought along because I think it's a good lesson that children and adults all could learn. Teeth are not for biting. The minifigures in this set are excellent, with a hint of controversy, which is exactly how I like my minifigures. We get the quintessential Tony Stark with the Black Sabbath t-shirt, you know, the da-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na, it's Iron Man. I hummed it correctly that time. Nikki, you can't correct me in the comments this time. I have a tendency to hum the incorrect melody when thinking of a song off the top of my head. I think that was the Iron Man song, and this is the Iron Man / Tony Stark minifigure. I love this dude. I mean, as a friend and as a minifigure. We get Valkyrie, who looks very cool with her sweet, like, mohawkish hair piece. She's got a little half cape going on, but here's where the controversy kind of comes in, because she's holding a sword, and that's dangerous. She could poke herself with that thing. And then new to this set, we get the Watcher, who is new to minifigure form in general. Honestly, it sounds a little creepy with a name like the Watcher. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and not ask him to take a seat over there. Instead, I'll watch the What If series and see who this character is and what he does. From what I've heard, he's the narrator of the series, but having not seen the series yet, I'm looking forward to seeing, again, who he is and what he does. Now this is a mech of a different color. Quite literally, this mech is super colorful, especially compared to some of the other, like literally the Monger mech, which we just built and reviewed. You can check that video out somewhere else on the channel. This mech is super colorful. Honestly, he makes me kind of want to buy some Monkey Kid sets, because I think they use a similar color scheme with the red and this very bright blue or turquoise or whatever it is. But this mech is super cool looking from a visual standpoint. My second favorite part about this mech is that he feels sturdy. Again, unlike the Monger, I'm not comparing them yet. That will be a separate video, but he feels sturdy, and I think that's because he is simple. He's definitely smaller and somewhat more simple. The only really loose parts of this thing that want to fall off are his fingers, and with that in mind, then you can still pose him rather well, and he still feels very bulky and strong and like he's not about to fall apart with every little movement, which I like in a mech, so he is very playable. What I don't like about this mech is this back portion of him, because it looks kind of crazy and all over the place, right? Like, what is this weird wing thing? It looks like, I don't know, the Pink Ranger's pterodactyl Megazord Zord that is from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I think it goes on the chest in that one. Give me a Lego Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord, please. That's besides the point. So the back on this thing is confusing, because now we're back to things I like about this set. It is basically a transformer in that it can be turned into a different set. But even that aspect is a little disappointing, if I may say. Let's transform this dude real quick. The transformation process of this thing was simpler than I thought it would be, and that's because it does not use the legs or hand portions of the mech, which makes the whole thing kind of smaller and flimsier and almost feel like an afterthought to a previously decent set. That being said, it's still nice that this quote-unquote feature was included. So previously this was a Sakaarian Iron Man, now it's just a car, just a car by itself. It is fine looking, it is decent, it is simple, it is small, because like I said before, it doesn't use the legs or the hand pieces. All that's really going on here is that this is your torso piece from before. This little middle section was the backpack of the mech before, which looked a little weird, and then this is, I guess, the lower torso, and then the wheels come off the backpack, go on there. It's a simple process overall. The shoulders kind of turn into fenders, I guess they are, but even those, they kind of make an awkward shape, and then you got Iron Man's face there, and that weird wing thing from before, that's now a spoiler on the back of the Sakaar's car. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's a fun play feature. I think plenty of people will enjoy it, but I would never store or display this as a Lego set. If this was a set that Lego had sold, I wouldn't have bought it, but as a mech, I think this is still pretty cool. But I'll leave this up to your judgment on whether or not you think this Sakaar car is worth transforming into. So overall, is this mech the best new Lego Marvel mech that came out on August 1st, 2021? You'll have to wait for my answer until I make my comparison video of all three of the new Marvel mechs. He's certainly the most colorful though, and that may be my favorite part about him. I am a little confused as to the context, but I'm still again very excited to see this character, this mech, featured in the new What If TV series. But honestly, it's hard for me not to like a new Marvel mech Lego set that's based on Iron Man, and it is colorful, and it's based on Sakaar, which I thought was really cool in Ragnarok, and it's a Transformer, kinda. And so all of those things put together, I really do enjoy this set. For 35 bucks, I think it's a decent value. I think it's worth picking up, but again, let your own opinions drive your own decisions, not my opinions. But speaking of opinions, let me know what your opinions are of this little mech in the comments down below. And speaking of this video being just about over, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.